Okay, so we have a part side A on the shoe mold. So one pair of shoes in this mold, two pairs of shoes in that mold. We're gonna flip this upside down. And we got to take clay out and pour side B. Let's see what a pain in the ass we have here. We don't want to. I don't know. Actually, my models are done in polymer clay, so I'll be able to take a little bit of a beating. Let's try and get some clay out of here. Are we recording? I think we're recording. Sure. So, got all this to take out. Now we gotta take all this out. Should kind of come out fairly easily. This is forgot what this clay base is. But it's sulfur free. It needs to be. So that doesn't cause any problems with the silicone. This is the clay I'm using. Sulfur free. Protoline. Oh, it even says compatible with silicone mold. So anyway, now we just got to get it all out of here, out from around the shoes. So when I put this clay down, I kind of got it snug around all the shoes, and I also did a bunch of key markings on it, holding this down while I'm doing it so that it doesn't pop out. I mean, I could reseat it into whatever the cavity is that the shoe is made, but I don't want to do that if I don't have to. But still have Holden trying to make an appearance. Go lay down, bud. This is a Holden free event. All these lines, these are going to get cut out after we do the other. He hears me talking, so he thinks I'm talking to him, of course. After we pour side B, we will cut these lines out. Those are actually the pour lines for the resin. All the little dots are key lines for keeping the mold lined up. Let's see here. Let's get a bunch of clay out. Let's see here. That's going into the top of the shoe. got some clay back here. Alright, we got that out. Clay stuck in here. And just trying to get any kind of clay that might be still stuck around. So, looks mostly good. Take this out. So that's two of the pairs. I have one more pair on the side, one more design, and also I did like a set of bare feet. So I'm gonna look at doing those in a mold later. Kind of wanted to get this mold done. The snowstorm got me home late from work. But so there's one section. That out. And that out. I do see right here. I'm gonna get one of my razor knives and trim out a little bit there. If I can find a razor knife. Darn it. Oh, here's a knife. Found a backup. So you can see right here some silicone leaked from my imperfect nature. Right here. We're gonna try and trim that off. That worked. I keep thinking I see silicone here, but I think it's just the clay. So that looks good. Now let's get this chunk off of the other shoe. See how easily we can get it off of here. That. And that. So again, all these little dots that you can see, little keys, so that A and B locks together. These are going to get cut out with a blade. All these, so that the resin can flow down into there. And then I'll use the Dremel to clean off the pore spots. So there we go. Now you can watch me pour some silicone. We're going to do that now too. I'm going to go to this other side over here. This is the stuff I did yesterday, last night. Let's see if the camera can pick up over there. No, huh? What do we need to do to get it to go that way? That's the container we're going to be doing, or mixing in over in that spot there. All right, so let's see here. We got this, which we're going to do to 12. And we're going to do 12 the part B silicone. It's the wrong container though. We want that container. So, let's see here. Part 1, gonna pour enough to be at 12. And I always put the numbers facing away from me because you can see through here, and I can see what I need over here. There's one. That way. Let's pour ourselves more. Again, this is 1 to 1, so 12 and 12. I can number. And I'm not using the vacuum chamber to pull out air because I need to do this with this mold. Let's see, that should be enough. If I was going to be vacuum using the vacuum chamber, I would use I should say if I was using a pressure tank, I would use a vacuum chamber, because one of the problems is if you have air bubbles in a mold, when you go to use a pressure tank, those air bubbles get wobbly inside the pressure tank. Wobbly. All right, so here we go. Mix our A and B. And this is, what am I using? I'm using Rebound 25 right now. Rebound 25, I think, has a 3-hour cure. Pot's about an hour, maybe, pot life. I think. I might be thinking of a different material I have down here. theoretically I could do a mold in the morning and get a 1-part mold or something, and I can then do some castings, within an hour. All right, I'm gonna take a quick walk away. Let's stir this stuff. So if I'm doing a brush on mold, I'll usually do this stuff because it starts to get tacky in about 20 to 30 minutes. In an hour, it's kind of hardened. 3 hours, it's fully cured. But if you're doing a brush on mold, you want to be able to apply your next layer pretty quick. So if I knew where my air blower thingy was, I'd be bringing that out to use on these shoes. Instead, I'll just use a paintbrush and I'll kind of just drizzle some silicone on. All right, so I'm just gonna drizzle some silicone over top of some shoes. Not sure you can see that again. Let me see if I gotta move the camera again. Guess you can see it. Bing. Let's see here. And we can use our brush, since I don't know where the air thingy is. One more look. No idea. It's probably in the studio. I'm just gonna tap. I should have ripped out all the loose bristles before I started too, but forgot to do that. Normally before I start using a chip brush on resin, see there's more loose bristles. When I start using a cheap chip brush, I'll take it and I'll go like that and rip out any kind of loose bristles for the very reason you just saw. They'll start falling out on you. I've made like what, 1, 2, 3, 4 shoes plus the barefoot. So 4 shoe designs, mostly boots. Just turning them around this way to also trying to get air bubbles out. That's what the air blower would have been good at. Would have blown some silicone around and into little pockets and gotten rid of some of the air bubbles that are around here. All right, well, we're gonna pour a little more resin into the molds. Resin? Silicone. Oops. All right, we're gonna let that flow. And we'll pour the rest. A little bit of waste right there. The release agent also keeps A and B from sticking to each other. I might have needed to blast it a little better, but I guess we'll find out later. All right, we're pretty good. That's it. I would say 3 hours from now we'll take a look at it, but instead it'll be 24 hours from now. Sometime tomorrow we'll open this bad boy up. That's it. Good day.